Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, how are you doing today? In today's video, we're talking about structures. Structures really can help you a lot to organize your code, your information, or the data that you're dealing with. So it's really important to learn about structures and how to use it so it can serve you while you're coding, of course. So the first thing here, you can see now, this is the main scope. And if I want to add structure in C++, I would have to go up here and type struct. Okay, this is how to initiate the structure. And now I have to type the name of the structure. Okay, so I would add to it st. This would just make things easy on me to just know that this is a structure. Okay, so this is a short for structure, and I would add maybe worker. Okay. So I want to deal with information that's related to workers, okay? So what is this information that I want to deal with? So I would say first piece of information, I would say name. So, and this is actually an empty information. So as we talked before, you have to initialize a value, and this value here is just an empty value, okay? Because most of the time, the compiler has a garbage value, so we want to just clean that garbage value and start over again. Okay, so I just declared a string named name because the type of information that I want to deal with is the name. Let's say the other thing is the country, okay? The country. And let's say another data type, maybe integer, like salary, okay? Okay, salary. And the initialized value here would be 0. So we want to just clean any garbage value. And let me add age as well. Okay, I think this is enough as a start, just to know what's the structure thing all about. So now I have this structure, and every worker I want to collect these information, okay? The name, the country, the salary, and the age. How I can bring this information in the main scope, or how can I deal with it? I have first to declare to type the name of the structure beforehand. And now I have to declare a variable of this structure, and let's name it worker. Okay, so now I declared a variable of the structure that it's named st worker. Okay, now I can start with the first worker. Let's say worker, then you can hit dot. See now what's going on here? When I pressed dot, because it's a structure, it actually brings me the data types that I put there. So what do you want to add now? Like, what's the type of information that you want to collect or write or deal with? Now I want to start with name, okay? I can click on it using mouse or type the first letter, and it will bring it to me, and then click tab. In this case, now I just added this structure specifically about name, and now I want to add the value of it. Okay, so worker name would be, let's say, so it's a string, as you know, right? So it's a string data type, so I would say his name is Muhammad. Okay, so this is the worker's name. And let's say we want the other information, let's say the country. Okay, and it's string, so I have to write a word, of course. Let's say Saudi Arabia. And the other information, let's say age. Let's say 22. And there's one left. Let's talk salary. Okay, let's say 2,000 real. Okay, well, I don't have to add this. I can actually add it when I print the information, but not now. because this data type actually is integer, so it wouldn't allow me to use string or any other data type in it. Okay, so now we have a full structure that it's filled with information to this, particular worker, right? Okay, now if I want to print this structure, what should I do? It's easy. So if you just, recall this cout and then worker, as you know, the structure, and then hit the dot, keypad, and then you choose what do you want to print here. So if I want to print name, okay, and let's put end line to it. So what do you think the result will be? Let's check that out together so we can see for ourselves. Yes, so it actually prints the name, Muhammad. Okay, let me add to it if I want to print all the information. Okay, I want to print age. I want to print country, end line, of course, because I want every piece of information in a different line, and worker, and this one is salary. If I check the outcome, it would be like this. So you can see now it printed every information that I added there, right? And I can actually add to it like name, dot Muhammad, age, country name, salary. I can add those things, so I can do it actually. So instead of just putting the information straightforward, I can add to it like cout name and then 2 dots. It should be printing name and then the actual name. Okay, let me add here age. Okay. And let me add here country, right? Country name. And here, let me add salary. I can add the currency, of course. So I can add here at the end SR. Okay. Let us check together. So now it looks better, right? Name, age, country, salary. And let's say this is for worker number 1. Okay, I can actually say that like before here. So cout worker 1. Okay, and different line. Okay, let me check now. So see now, worker 1, name, age, country, salary. So what if I want to add another worker? Another worker, it's easy now, but I have actually to just change it a little bit here. So the worker 1, I have to just make it, the first one. So add 1 to every, every variable here. And now I can add another worker, right? Worker number 2. Okay, so in this case, I have to add the information for the other worker now. So worker 2, name for the worker 2, let's say Yasir, and the age, let's say it's actually integer, so I have to write numbers 34, and worker country, let's say China. I don't believe that the name actually belonged to that country, but cut me some slack here. And the salary, let's say 5,000. Okay. Okay, this is information for the worker number 2, right? So now I want to print those numbers, because if I just added it like this, it would just print the, the information of the worker number 1. So I have to add, let me just copy all this to just make life easier a little bit. So now worker 2, the name of worker 2, of course, and the age, country, and salary. And let me just change the currency here. So let's say in dollars. Okay. Okay, I think this would look better now, but I want to add like a line between those two. So let me just add this and end line here. I think it would look cool now, so let's just try to see how it goes. Okay, so now worker 1, we have all the information that we added, and worker 2, we have as well the information for the worker number 2, and you can do that actually for as many workers as you want. And so it's actually helps you to just organize, collect information. You can actually ask the user to add those information, not hard coded like this. So in the future, you will see the many benefits for using a structure, and it's unlikely that you can deal with big data actually without using structures, enums, and functions, of course. So this is actually things that we will address in the future, inshallah. I hope that you learned something from today's video. Every single time, remember that the knowledge that you get, it's a little, but the amount of practice, it has to be multiplied many times. You have to do your practice, and even if it's easy for you, you have to do it many times and use it with different codes and projects if you can, like starting with just a small pieces like this. And after time, you just compound and see that you actually can use it in real projects. I hope that everything was clear. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comments. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and see you in the next video.